It's very difficult for some of the people to come here and stay here for a long time. Sometimes they have their own business, you know? Mm. And they don't have employees, so they have to work for themselves and work very hard in order to survive and succeed in this world. Okay, I wish you a nice journey, and you come back again when you have time.
Thank you.
I will remember you, all right? You have good translation? Yeah? So any requests before you go? No? You like some of this? Oh, that's all I have at the moment, but it tastes good. Yeah. Up for you. 这个你们还没吃啊？喂，跑掉了。
没有，师傅。
Okay. It's clean. Not yet eaten. Yeah. Anyone else who came only one day and going? The other one also? You also? The other one? No? You stay here long? All the people stay here long? You ask them for me? Only these two? Huh? Okay. Make sure I understood you and you understood me. The word language is problematic. Okay, so look here. You've already eaten all my leftovers. You can share. And some salad if you want. You know, like this. Good for your health. I'm sorry you have to leave so early. Please eat. But I'm also happy for you. At least you can see me once, huh? Many people, even 1 minute, not possible. 1 second, not possible. Many people in Vietnam and in China, yeah? And there are many touching stories. But I know it, but I cannot help too much in this world. I only can do my best. When I was in Italy for the fashion show, some of the people from Poland and Hungary, they had no money to come, but they like to. Also because I rarely go to Europe, very rare. And then they hitchhiked, you know? Hitchhiked from Poland to Hungary to Italy just to see me. And when they just saw me, they just stood there and cried. I said, what happened? Something wrong? Is the world ending or something? Nothing. They were just so happy that they made it. Yeah, it was very touching. Even though now when I tell you I'm smiling and laughing, I wasn't at that time. I also, shed tears. If not outside, then inside. Yeah. But you see, what can I do? I already have done my best. Yeah. According to my situation, my health, my time, and my finances, and according to the world, situation, I have done my best, and I have sacrificed a lot of my own principles to please people and to try to ask people to remind themselves of their good nature, to be good and moral, and to remember God again. If I go out, and I don't talk for myself, then other people have to talk for me. Like, oh, look here, this master is from the Himalaya, and she meditates a lot, and she already became a Buddha, and all this and that. You know what I mean? So, on the one hand, it's the truth. On the other hand, it's embarrassing, for me to go out and tell people and to answer direct questions like, are you the Buddha or not? It's difficult to explain. I cannot catch the Buddha inside me, despite all the talk to you that we have to see our Buddha nature. But the Buddha nature is not the thing for us to see. It's not that. We can describe it. Yeah. And then after, perhaps if we have already understood what the Buddha nature is, we lose it. We thought we had grasped something, and then in that moment we lose it, and we don't know the Buddha. That doesn't mean we lose it. It's just that we do not have an attachment or a clinging to the Buddha nature and thinking that we are the Buddha anymore. If at that moment we still think that we are the Buddha, then it's nonsense. That means we have followed the path of Maya. But there's no such thing as an ego to think that that ego is a Buddha or any individual is a Buddha. There's no such separation between yourself and the universal power from that moment on anymore. If you yourself still have the feeling that you are an individual, enlightened, achieved Buddhahood person, then you're done, you're finished. Yeah, you are possessed by the devil. Truly, it's like that. So what was it then? Why did we go to the Buddha? What for? What was it before?
About the story from the Poland.
And then?
Soil.
Coin in soil. And then what is outside?
You're going out to the work and your best.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go to the world. Yes, okay, fine now. Yes. See, even though I sympathize with the people who want to see me very much, I already have done my best, and I probably will continue to do my best. But everything takes time, yeah? And even the flowers, they, blossom when the time comes. I can't just go on every day and give lectures. I like a forced issue. Something like that must blossom once in a while. That's why it's not up to me to give a lecture or not to give a lecture. See, when the time comes, the flower will blossom. And that is the time when the people will see it and benefit from its fragrance and its beauty. So some people keep asking me to go here, go there all the time. I cannot just decide that. Also, when we go out, I have to perhaps advertise for myself sometimes. And then that's very embarrassing for me. Or somebody else has to go before and say, look, the greatest Buddha on earth is coming, things like that. So in one way or another, to me, personally, it's very embarrassing against my principle of humility. But even that I have sacrificed, I have sacrificed the last of anything to present to the world what I know and what is best for them in my knowledge. But still, even that cannot be done as often as people wish to have it happen. I can't just go from one day to the next, here and there all the time. Many things in the world are not so easy. For example, here, see, many of you are new people, right? Or if I go to a new place and give a lecture, and all the people there are new. And so if the newcomers just join our group of brotherhood, then I have to take time to take care of them. You see what I mean? Until they grow a little bit. Then I can have new ones, yeah? Unless, like, they have joined us through another medium, right? For example, your friends, and your friends have been lecturing to you or lending you the tapes or magazines or books, and then you have been saturated with the teachings, and you have been vegan and immersed yourself in the teachings. Then it's all right when you come. Even though you're a newcomer, you're not brand new. You are stable. You can walk. Yeah. So it's all right. But if I go to a new country, new territory, and begin lecturing and kind of recruiting new people, then I have to take time to make them grow. See what I mean? Take care of them and things like that. Otherwise, they fail. They fall very quickly from the pressure of society. So I can't just go on lecturing without taking care of the newborn infants. You can't go on bearing a baby every day, you know what I mean? And then have no time to take care of the just born babies. That's why God doesn't let you have babies every day, but once a year. Maximum once a year. So therefore, you know what all the arrangements are. It's because the parents must take time to take care of this newborn infant first, at least 1 year, and then can have another baby. For example, like that. Or if they do it like quickly, they have 5 babies, 6 babies, 15 babies in one go, then it's all right. But then they have to also have time and many people to take care of that. See? Similarly, huh? You know, I can't, as one person, do everything at the same time. The inner master is very powerful and omnipresent, but the outer master is subject to all kinds of obstruction on the physical level. You understand very well. All right. Just like you love your children very much, and your love is omnipresent for your children. Even anywhere they go, they will know you love them. Still, your physical presence, you know, is only one. And they love to see you in person. Is that not so? So you can't just tell people, say, well, I love you anyhow, wherever you go. I give birth to you. And now you go anywhere you want because I love you anyhow. You know what I mean? You can't always explain that to infants. Yeah? And the newborn initiates are just like that. They're very excited, very emotional, you know, very expectant, very demanding, yeah, very hard to please. So it takes a lot of time and patience and endurance to bring them up to the old initiate level and leave them there. And then go and give birth to other initiates. And then continue to take care. So it's an ever-growing family. And it never will stop. It never will stop. Until after the master dies, then perhaps it probably will roll on for a while, you know. Without the master presence, this business perhaps will still roll on for a while. It's like a car. Before it comes to complete stop, it rolls a little while. That's it.